Welcome to the Know. I'm Ashley.
I'm Mica.
Let's say you buy some DLC.
Okay.
Let's say you buy some really expensive DLC.
Oh.
Like $100 worth of DLC. I
Yeah.
mean, you're probably going to be really into that game, right? I mean, you want to get your money's worth if you're going to spend $100 on a DLC, right?
Right, of course. And what you probably really don't want with that $100 is malware.
Nope.
But yeah, that should probably go without saying.
Well, a developer for a popular Microsoft flight simulator had a lot of explaining to do after some gamers discovered that one of its downloadable jets, this $100 jet they're talking about, had more than just passengers and suitcases inside.
Yeah, apparently a DLC jet also contained hidden malware that was designed to snatch passwords from the Google Chrome browser.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. You know what? You shouldn't have to pay $100 for that. I kind of
Yeah.
feel like malware should be free.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can guess what happened next. The internet freaked out and the developer finally responded to the controversy.
The head of the studio says, hey, don't worry. Yes, the malware was intentional.
Oh.
But it was only designed to target pirates. After no one bought that explanation, they apologized and actually removed it.
Yeah, so this is a really weird case that involves a developer going way too far and invading people's privacy.
Way too far.
Yeah, and now some are wondering if the dev could actually face legal action, because that's more than just frowned upon.
This involves a game called Microsoft Flight Simulator 10, which is the 10th version of a long and very popular line of flight simulators.
And the company in question is a developer named Flight Sim Labs.
I wonder what kind of games they make.
Probably fighting games, but they make premium digital jets for the game. The key word here being premium, because some of them can get super pricey.
Yeah, one of its new jets, the Airbus A320 model, cost $100.
Ooh.
And it had some pretty shady cargo.
Yeah, this controversy all started after a user on Reddit discovered a file included with the installer for the jet. As it turns out, that was a file for a Chrome password extraction tool, which is not cool.
Nope, shouldn't be included in the cost of any DLC. Hey,
Yeah.
enjoy your super expensive jet. Now we'll also take all your passwords.
Yikes. Software developer Luke Gorman did some research and determined that anyone who bought the DLC had a program installed on their computers that can swipe their passwords for the Chrome browser.
Not cool.
Yeah, and it was all done secretly, so double not cool.
Whew. In a post on Medium where he dug into the code, Gorman wrote, I would urge FS Labs to ask themselves, is this okay to put onto the systems of all our customers? I believe any self-respecting developer would agree with me that this act is vehemently unacceptable.
Lots of people online said they're planning to get refunds, and the developer responded in the weirdest way possible, saying that yes, there was malware in the DLC, but you know, it's okay. It was just to catch those scurvy pirates.
I hate
so
scurvy.
That's fine.
The head of Flight Sim Labs, Lefteris Calamaris, responded on the company's forums and called it DRM instead of malware.
Oh,
and he also strongly implied the Reddit post that was made by someone with a pirated copy.
Oh, well, he wrote, first of all, there are no tools used to reveal any sensitive information of any customer who has legitimately purchased our products.
Then he went on to say that the DRM, whatever, was designed to alert the company if copies of the installer have the same serial number as those on the Pirate Bay or Brood Tracker, other piracy sites. So it was just to catch pirates.
Like the game dev tycoon guys who made pirated versions of their game force players to lose their studios because of game pirates and then out themselves when they ask for help to solve the problem. Except, it's not funny this time. This time it's hacking and malware and bad stuff.
Yeah, although that time was funny.
Yeah, it was really
That was
funny.
amazing.
Yeah.
So then Calamari said that the DRM or malware, whatever we're calling it now, DRM malware, had worked and they'd found the specific pirates they were looking for, writing, this method has already successfully provided information that we're going to use in our ongoing legal battles against such criminals.
Oh, even better though, they embedded malware in everyone's game to catch just one specific tracker.
One guy.
Yeah. In the explanation, Calamaris elaborates, we even went so far as to figure out exactly who the cracker was. But unfortunately, we could not be able to enter the registration-only websites he was using to provide this information to other pirates.
So, they found the guy. I hope your malware was worth it.
Yeah.
Now, after the outcry, Calamaris says they've removed the malware because you can definitely trust them at this point. They've definitely shown themselves to be trustworthy and transparent with the community.
Absolutely, 100%. And in an edit to his original post, Calamaris wrote, while the majority of our customers understand that the fight against piracy is a difficult and ongoing battle that sometimes requires drastic measures, we realize that a few of you were uncomfortable with this particular method, which might be considered to be a bit heavy-handed on our part. It is for this reason we have uploaded an updated installer that does not include the DRM check file in question. So I'm learning that the M and D DRM stands for malware.
Ah! Yeah. As you can imagine, this has set off a giant storm online with a lot of people saying it's an example of anti-piracy measures going way, way, way too far. I mean, seriously, this makes Denuvo look harmless by comparison.
Yeah, and this didn't sit well with gamers at all.
I mean, regardless of whether you bought this $100 jet and have been dealing with this firsthand, it's definitely an example of an extreme measure.
Yeah, so let's hear from the person who discovered this to begin with.
The user, Cranky Recursion, told Rock Paper Shotgun that the dev's response was a blatant attempt at trying to divert attention away from the real issue and back towards piracy.
He added, I imagine there would be a lot of issues surrounding them having users' passwords stored on their servers, particularly if the lists include banking details or perhaps work usernames and passwords. Computer code is never 100% perfect, and it would be easy for legitimate customers to be swept up in this pirate-only DRM.
Well, and that's the fundamental problem that a lot of people have. There's absolutely no reason any developer should be putting secret code into a game that can vacuum up your passwords.
Yeah, even if it is to catch piracy, this is definitely a case of a developer going way too far and gathering more information than they're entitled to.
Now, after this news broke, a lot of people are also starting to wonder, how could this even be legal?
Yeah, according to the UK tech site, The Register, it probably isn't. The malware could violate the UK Computer Misuse Act, which deals with unauthorized access to personal data, as well as the EU's General Data Protection Regulation legislation, which will take effect in May.
All right, so in addition to pissing gamers off and possibly ruining the studio's reputation, and who's gonna trust it at this point, this developer could find itself in a lot of legal trouble. So, hey, hope catching the pirates was worth it. You found out who their cracker was. Good job.
Yeah. Since the story came out, Flight Sim Labs has posted more updates breaking down what the code actually did, which still doesn't really help matters, and has repeatedly apologized. But yeah, as for its reputation, it might be too little too late.
Now, I have sympathy with developers who are trying to find ways to reduce piracy. It's not easy to work on something and put in all that time, all the hours, all the effort, all the blood and sweat and tears and sleeping on the couch and crunch and all that stuff, and then see a bunch of dickbags online just downloading it for free. Right? And just bypassing the income that you would receive from that. That sucks.
Just put pirate pranks on there then. Don't be a dick and steal passwords.
Or, there have been a lot of really creative ways that developers have gone about solving that in the past that didn't involve malware.
Yeah.
Things like, the game dev tycoon thing, that was amazing. There have been some other games that just scale the difficulty to where it's impossible to beat. And that's funny.
That's funny.
That's funny.
And not illegal.
Right. Now, what do you guys think about malware actually being discovered, intentionally installed by a developer in their game to catch, one guy? Let us know in the comments.
And for all of your gaming news, be sure to like this video. And if you're new around here, like this video and subscribe to The Know. We promise we won't steal your passwords.
All right, so let's talk about what's actually happened. First, this involves a game called Microsoft Flight Simulator X, or 10. I'm going to be Microsoft Flight Simulator 10, isn't it? Okay.
Which might be considered to be a bit heavy-handed on our part. It is for this reason we have updated and uploaded and